Welcome to Nordson Test Inspection on the SmartTech booth here at Productronica. Delighted to be joined by Carla Ferrana.
Nice to see you, Trevor. Always great to see you.
I know. So your title has just changed apparently to Global Market Leader for Test and Inspection.
Across Nordson Test and Inspection.
Yeah.
I've been working with Nordson since the close of the acquisition with CyberOptics since last November when that happened. So I'm working across the technology platforms, which is really exciting for me. So as you know, we did a lot of proprietary technology development at CyberOptics and the MRS sensor technology and migrated that across high-end SMT, to mid-end semiconductor, back-end semiconductor. And so now with the Nordson Test and Inspection portfolio, we have added automated X-ray, manual X-ray, acoustic microscopic imaging technology, bond test, component counting. So we have the widest range of technology solutions for semi and SMT. So it's really exciting. It's been a fun for me too. We have a great team at Nordson.
Certainly another very high quality stable that you've joined for sure.
Exactly. And I love the focus on innovation and technology. That's just so key to stay ahead of our competition and really address the customer needs that are out there.
Absolutely. So of course we're standing here at Productronica, the biggest show in the world for our industry.
Yes.
And this is traditionally where a lot of companies bring out their new toys.
Yes, exactly.
So what have you got that's new that you could show us this week?
So this is our new Quadra 7 Pro. It's the latest generation of the manual X-ray inspection system. And essentially, it's that sort of winning combination of high accuracy and high resolution imaging.
Okay.
And it's also fast. But it has a dual mode X-ray tube that provides a lot of flexibility. And I'll introduce you to Chris Rand momentarily, who can tell you a lot more about the system itself.
Great.
But it provides that flexibility for either sensitive semiconductor applications or denser, thicker samples. Also, it's really an easy-to-use system, so it allows for an optimized workflow and overall better experience. And I'm delighted to share that Chris really worked hard to ensure that it was developed from ground up and based on customer input. So that's fabulous. Another thing that Nordson is really
good doing market research. And,
exactly. So yeah.
Great.
Exciting.
Well, we'll look forward to meeting Chris.
Yes, this is Chris
Come on
Rand.
in, Chris. There we go. Thank you, Carla.
Thank you.
So, Chris, it seems like a really impressive machine, the Quadra Pro 7. The dual-use tube, basically, the flux in the tube allowing you to do much denser boards. So I assume that's really good for those people that are doing these big 5G boards where they've got really dense multi-layer boards, up to the other end of the spectrum, we were literally got into the semiconductor world.
That's right, yeah. So we're really trying to cover as many of those applications that we can all in one box and make sure that access to that is as easy as possible for our users.
Excellent. So the main features in it, and of course all the components inside the Quadra 7 Pro are manufactured and developed by Nordson. They're not items that are brought in. So the tube is your own technology, the detector, the Onyx detector is your own technology. Do you want to speak a little bit more about the values that are in the tube, the size of the tube, and then maybe we'll talk about the detector.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you've rightly pointed out, we're very proud that we own and manufacture these core technologies within our own facility. The Onyx being our latest generation of detector with the 50 micron pixel pitch and a 6.5 megapixel resolution. Really improved noise response, fast, sharp imaging, and that really is paired really beautifully with the latest version of our sealed transmissive tubes, which as we talked about earlier, gives us access to that high flux mode for those denser applications, but also that high resolution mode that's really focused around those high magnification semiconductor applications. And with that, of course, the power supply that drives all of that. Again, another technology that we own and manufacture in the UK.
In the UK. Looking at the Onyx detector, what have you done to that end of the business? How have you improved the detector within the system?
Well, that's a really good question, and it really comes down to it just being the next evolutionary step from the Aspire. So it's a similar detector in that style, a CMOS-based detector. But the way it's able to deliver those images with much lower noise and also much faster response times is really meaning that the knock-on effect to how the machine can operate while it's doing CT acquisitions means that we're just getting much higher quality results in a shorter space of time.
So obviously driving this, you've got to have a really good software engine behind it. Let's talk a little bit about that. How have you developed that?
Yeah, so this is a completely from the ground up new piece of software that we've got on the system called Revolution, and it really does represent a whole new era for our software and a massive increase in the usability of the machines. And we've always prided ourselves on having the highest possible image quality and ease of use as well. And with this new piece of software, we've completely modernized. Everything is up to date. Everything works really slick and really responsively. But everything is just where you want it to be. You know, ergonomics is a massive part of this. Our understanding now of user experience as a concept is really evolved, and that's been driven by our focus on our voice of customer and making sure that we're getting that feedback.
Excellent. So, what's the maximum resolution of the system?
So the Quadra 7 Pro is a 100 nanometer feature recognition system.
Okay.
And so that's really quite fantastic. But at that top end, it's just even sharper and clearer than it's ever been before with that high res mode on the tube.
And do you have a maximum sample size that you can take?
Yes, it's about 500 by 500, so
it's pretty big,
and we're able to do X-plane CT on samples of that size, so at all extremes across the entire sample area. So that means that you can do that without cutting your boards at high magnification.
Great. Okay, so I think we're going to hand back to Carla now. Thank you very much, Chris, for giving us the update. So thank you for that, Carla. Now, just before we go, I think we've got another inline X-ray, I believe, that we're going to have a look at.
X-ray
That's over on the other side of the booth.
Yes, we'll head over there now.
So we're back here on the Nordson Test Inspection area with Daniel Schneider. Great to see you, Daniel.
Great to see you again, Trevor. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. We've got a machine behind us, which is an inline X-ray system, which is in the final stages of development and due for release in early January. So tell us a little bit about the spec and what's inside the box.
Oh, absolutely. So this particular system is on our inline 3D AXI system, particularly made to be sitting behind a reflow system to do inline SMT inspection. We are making fantastic progress with our 3D capabilities on this system here. The software is really making great progress on an almost daily basis at this point here. We're falling back on really sophisticated imaging capabilities here with a in-house detector that we are adapting from our Quadra line of products.
Okay.
And we're bringing all this together here with the latest advancements in, 3D reconstruction.
Right, so you're taking some of the best bits from the Quadra 7 technology, combining it in here, and it's going to be inline. So it's going to be able to keep up with line speed?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to match and beat line speed, absolutely. Of course, part of this is the communication with the upstream AOI that's normally feeding us some of the data. We're adding on our 3D capabilities in AXI. These systems here are really designed to be as quick as possible. Those motion systems are accelerating with up to 3 Gs, which is an incredible speed that we provide here. But it's absolutely necessary to match the line speed that we normally find with our customers.
Okay. What size of tube are you putting in, or what configuration of tube are you putting in?
The tube?
Yes.
It's typically 130 kV tube, which is sufficient for SMT applications. But with our other products that we have that are running on the same software platform, we have a wide range of tubes and detectors available. Every application is slightly different. It has certain challenges that come along with that.
Yeah.
But we have the capabilities to always match tube, detector, and the software on top of that.
Yeah.
Correct, for each application.
Okay. So looking at, obviously, I think this is your first inline that I can remember. What kind of software have you got driving it? Is this completely new proprietary software you've delivered,
This is our in-house software. We call it MIPS. It's currently available in version 5.3. It's an ongoing development. It's our in-house developed software right here out of Munich.
Okay, that's fine. So there you go. So it's does it have a name? It's got X3 on it. Is that
correct? This is our X3. So we have the X hash series, the XS series for semiconductor backend applications. Mm-hmm. This is our X series. The 3 simply indicates that this is a 3D system.
Yeah.
So 3 machine platforms with different use cases, different configurations, as universal as it gets, and it really provides full autonomous features here. These systems run for as many years as you would like to.
Yeah.
They do automatic product changeovers, have very sophisticated tuning features built in right into this in-house software, mm-hmm. and a wide array of in-house algorithms as well.
Right. Well, it's an interesting development, and it's always great to see new developments coming out of the Nordson stable. So, Daniel,
Absolutely.
Thank you for showing it to me today.
We keep going. We keep pushing. Thank you.
Without reliability, with reliability, a world of difference. Welcome on the journey to better reliability outcomes.